Did you know that 42% of the country will be obese by 2030? That works out to be about 32 million more obese Americans. We think No Child Left Behind is a factor in the increased obesity epidemic because it's causing cutbacks in physical education.
So, what is No Child Left Behind?
The No Child Left Behind policy, which was started by the Bush administration in 2001, is a program that intends to improve the standardized scores of America's children. The policy has led to increased stress among school administrators and local legislators to increase test scores with the threat of losing teachers and shutting down schools.
No Child Left Behind does not address health education at all. It gives the impression to schools that physical education is not a priority and that standardized test scores in core subjects are what should be focused on. This has resulted in funding cuts for physical education, the loss of physical educators' positions, and shortchanging students.
So why is physical education important?
Physical education is sometimes the only opportunity for children to engage in physical activity. Due to the obesity and overweight epidemic among children in our country, it is important that we consider the importance of physical education in our schools. Not only does physical activity improve the health of our children, but it also may help their academic performance. In addition, the implementation of No Child Left Behind has left many schools scrambling to increase standardized test scores and have consequently neglected the health needs of their students. If students are involved in successful physical and health education programs throughout their schooling, they may even adopt a healthy and active lifestyle growing up to be healthier adults.
It is also a known fact that physical activity improves overall health. Not only does it improve circulation, increase blood flow to the brain, and raise endorphin levels, which all help to reduce stress, improve mood and attitude, and calm. Physically active students may also achieve more academically. Physically fit students are less likely to miss school and partake in risky behavior, which both are associated with better outcomes in school.
Only 8% of elementary schools, 6.4% of middle schools, and 5.8% of high schools provide daily physical education to all of its students. In addition, 20% of all elementary schools in the U.S. have abolished recess in favor of increased classroom time under pressure to improve student achievement. Less than 25% of students are engaged in 30 minutes of any type of daily physical activity. It is established that boys only spend about 18 minutes engaged and girls spend about 16 minutes engaged in moderate and vigorously activity.
The National Association for Sport and Physical Education recommend that children be engaged in at least 60 minutes of age-appropriate physical activity on all or most days of the week. School physical education programs provide a context for regular and structured physical activity. Implementing various opportunities for physical activity in school, most importantly requiring daily physical activity in physical education classes, promotes the idea of healthy living for children, which can bring about long-term changes in activity levels into adulthood, as well as improve academic scores.
So, why are children obese?
The obesity epidemic among our children's youth is a growing and troubling problem. It is estimated that 15% of 6 to 19-year-olds are obese, and more than 10% of children 2 to 5 years old are obese. This is likely due to poor nutrition and low levels of physical activity. Contrary to conditions in the past, many children now stay inside after school and watch television or play video games instead of playing outside. Most students no longer ride their bikes to school or come home for lunch. Portion sizes in restaurants have grown and schools no longer provide healthy food options. These lifestyle changes are resulting in over 9 million children being classified as overweight.
Children who are overweight or obese are much greater risk for adult obesity when compared to children of normal weight. It is estimated that 25% of obese 6-year-olds and 75% of obese 12-year-olds become obese adults. In order to avoid these outcomes, it is important that our children are taught healthy ways of living, including daily physical activity, to prevent them from becoming obese, since those who are already obese are not likely to change their habits.
To wrap everything up, No Child Left Behind has good intentions of closing the achievement gap and increasing school accountability, but it is unintentionally harming the health of American children. Children in elementary, middle, and high school need opportunities to be physically active in recess and physical education.